Blessings, Empress Vibrant here. Hey, Empress Vibrant here. Hope everybody is blessed. Welcome to the February love spread. Hope everybody is well. This is a general collective reading. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Also, before we get into it, excuse me, please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop my new videos. Also, all the information for your personal readings is in the description box below. So, let's look into these relationships. So, you know that when we're talking about love, you know, it's not just romantic, it can be platonic. But I am more focusing on the more romantic side. However, I will take what energy comes up. It's like I said, love is love, whether it be platonic, intimate, romantic in nature. So let's have a look. So what is the overall vibration towards love and connection for the collective? Oh, look at that, friendship and strength. Okay, so let's have a look. So there we go. It looks like there it is. It's about our connections, our friendships. Essentially, all our relationships should be based from a place where we're actually cool, we're friends. We can kind of get on. You know, obviously not every relationship is going to be like that. Or the power dynamics, you know, different or not balanced. But let's have a look at friendship, and it's 22, so 2-2, so we know there's partnerships there going on, and we know that's togetherness. Partnerships are talking about collaborations, working together, love, commitment, moving things to the next level, leadership as well. So let's have a look. So we've got friendship. The energy of friendship supports our intrinsic desire for connection with others based on mutual affection and appreciation. So I say again, friendship. The energy of friendship supports our intrinsic desire for connection with others based on mutual affection and appreciation. So exactly, should be mutual. You know, there should be respect as well. You know, there's affection and appreciation for who you are, you know, your journey, where you've come from, you know, what you have to offer, you know, your skills, your abilities, you know, and all of those things should be appreciated and championed and encouraged. So whatever relationships that you're in, whether it's going to be platonic or whether it's romantic in nature, these things should be fundamentally there. There should be some level of affection, and this is not just talking about kissing and hugging. It's about showing up for somebody. It's about being there, giving advice, being, you know, saying the right word at the right time, just being, holding space. You know, that's, you know, there's a way of showing care, you know. That's not necessarily just about hugs and kisses, you know, and stuff like that. So we've also got strength. So the strength card says, the frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all of our qualities and skills towards a strong and balanced way of being. I love that. So strength. The frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all our qualities and skills towards a strong and balanced way of being. So this is about strong relationships. It's about being strong and comfortable in your own right and way of being, so that you're able to utilize all your skills, your abilities, bring that together, harmonize those so that you are able to get the best experience, you know, and one where you're grounded and you feel comfortable and confident. And that's how you should really feel in your relationships. Your relationship shouldn't be one where you feel tear down all the time. That way you're not harmonized in all of your abilities, because maybe, you know, people may not, you know, you might have somebody who you have a disconnect with when it comes to your passion. Maybe this is somebody who you don't feel comfortable speaking to, about your dreams with, because maybe they've got a, bit of an energy that's not positive. But that's kind of reminiscent of the previous video that I've done. But I do feel like this friendship is tied to the ultimate relationship. It should be based on respect, mutual affection, mutual appreciation, and strength. It should be coming from somewhere. It should be building. The bond should be ever growing and expanding, and things of that nature. So let's have a look at what else is going on. So we know that that's platonic relationships out the way in that sense. But what I want to do is find out what your feelings are regarding this scenario. So you deserve love. You are adorable. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal from the past, you experience more love in your present moments. They're adding more words. So you deserve love. You are lovable. So, this is how they feel about you. This is how you feel about, your situation, love, friendship right now. You know that, listen, I deserve love. I am lovable, And you realize that forgiving and learning, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Yeah. So while you're going through your relationships and your friendships right now, for things to grow from strength to strength, you need to be able to feel like you deserve love in the first instant anyway, and that you are lovable, and that you are here to be loved upon and to express and to love on others as well. So, that's the first thing. That's just number one. And then, understanding that forgiveness and learning is how we're able to grow our relationships, how we go from strength to strength, where we use our abilities and our qualities, to support one another through healing, through our journey. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So I feel like for some of you, what this is actually saying is that you are working through, I think basically for some of you, your relationship was in an iffy place or is in an iffy place right now. But I think what's saving it is the fact that there is underlying friendship that is pretty strong in the first instant. So you already know, I love them, I've got love for them, and I know that I'm lovable and I deserve love, But if we're going to get through this, I'm going to have to heal, the past stuff, heal the things that have happened that's maybe caused insecurities, that have brought up triggers and things like that. I'm going to have to let that go in order for us to enjoy what we have right now, and not be so worried about whether or not it's going to be a thing where there's a repeat offense, or something that's going to come and sort of shift things, because there is forgiveness happening. So I think the learning is coming from, peeping the signs, having those clear communication, because, your friendships, you should be able to have clear communication, and using the strength of your connection to, to feel comfortable to actually broach a conversation that could possibly be a little bit uncomfortable, but there should be enough there in which to do that with. So let's also find out how a significant other feels about you. So we know that your feeling is, you know, that you need to forgive them in a situation, and that you deserve to be loved and you deserve to feel good. So how they're feeling about the situation is, how they're feeling about you. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So for some of you, this is your partner or your significant other, or like I said, for some of you, this is just friendship and just relationships, normal. But it also feels as though, you know, control issues. You know, somebody feels as though it's like, oh, you know, things that just never just happen organically. It's like organized fun, or it's sort of like, you know, before anything can be fun, it's got pressure on it. You know, possibly, you know, I'd want to take her out or him out on a date. Let's do something fun. But instead of it being something that is organic and something that is just thought up, it's something that is like a request or a demand, and it takes the fun and the excitement out of it. It takes the spontaneity out of it. So allow yourself to be surprised by people. Allow space for people to surprise you. And just allow things to just be. And for those who are not in those relationships that want to be, don't push it. You're already letting them know how you feel, and that you value their friendship, and that you want to, you know, become stronger, and your relationship to move and progress. That will happen in time, definitely. But it's about not controlling the narrative and just allowing things to flow, because it will unfold naturally anyway. Do you know what I mean? And then we've got finances and career. Your financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So for your significant other, possibly the reason why they're not doing as much as you would like them to do, because there's some financial issues going on. Money isn't straight at the moment. It's not flowing as they would like. So there could be a little bit of disconnect. There could be some kind of, you know, a bit of annoyance, some bickering, some, you know, some bit frosty energy, you know, because people are bored. People want to get things done, but if the finances are not there at the moment, have a bit of patience. Allow that person to show you in other ways that they care, and maybe, you know, there might be another way of broaching the situation where you're not controlling the narrative. Maybe you make a soft suggestion instead of a harsh demand. You know, and things like that can just change the way somebody feels about how you've delivered, how you feel. Do you know what I mean? Especially if it's a negative in nature. There's ways in which you can do it where it doesn't have to be painful for anyone, you know, and that's in any relationship, you know, whether it's going to be romantic or platonic. So what's going on in the current relationships? What's going on in the current relationship for the collective? What's going on? For some of you, it's unrequited love. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So for some of you, you're in this partnership or in this friendship, and there's not really much that's holding you. For some of you, it is the bond from the past. It is time. It is history. But what you presently have isn't enough to keep it going. If it's going to all just be based on the past, it's not really very much to go on when we're looking into the future. We can't just keep talking about this one point in time, because there's so much more to be had. So for some of you, yeah, this is unrequited love at the moment. It looks like, let's have a look. For some of you, this is codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So for some of you, this codependency, is addiction. So to drink, food, sex, exercise, spending, gambling, surgery, whatever people have addictions to these days. But it seems like in some of your relationships, those over obsessions are possibly the reason why there's disconnect as well for some of you, and why the relationship is sort of tailing off, like it's not as, and I think that's probably why for some of you need to be doing this forgiveness, because for some of you it seems like you already know that this person's got issues deeper than what you can actually do. So, your right word at the right time, your caring, your TLC might not be, might not be the fix. They need professional help, and possibly realizing that the situation is deeper than you thought, or this person needs some real healing, some real, to do some real soul searching, possibly going to see a therapist or some type of spiritual cleansing or whatever. Possibly that sort of, made it be a thing where it's like, well, I might have to step back and allow this person to heal, and not take it personally, and not equate this scenario to the narrative that, this is not for me, or I don't deserve this type of situation. Every time I get into a relationship, there's always something to deal with. For some of you, there's that kind of energy too. So yeah, codependency and unrequited love for some of you. I feel like there's one more. There's another group I haven't been spoken to. Yeah, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So definitely for some of you, this is that beginning energy. This is like the honeymoon period. And you're like, oh, I feel kind of, I'm digging this person. It's early days, but you still feel good. Is good. Communication is good. You feel like, oh, on to a winner. Ooh, So, yeah, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So allow that to happen, and make sure that starts with friendship, that common and mutual respect, affection, appreciation, love, all the nine, everything that is supportive of a healthy friendship and a healthy union, that's where it needs to start from. And just keep it moving from strength to strength while you continue to bond, communicate, be respectful, open and clear with what it is that you want. I like it. And then we have, for some of you, there's another group here, true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Oh, is it? Ooh. So for some of you, you are definitely in that relationship that is, feels good, and you know that you haven't felt like this before. You haven't been able to let your hair down. You haven't really been able to breathe properly. Really just breathe and be yourself wholeheartedly without having to hold back, without having to feel like the things you're saying won't be taken well, or am I going to seem silly, or when you just feel comfy, that's your brethren, you feel cool, you guys vibe, there's a connection, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to try too hard to keep the communication flowing, and even when there's moments of silence, it's not awkward. It's many words could be spoken in the silence. That kind of thing, that kind of connection. I like that. I like that. I like that for some of you. You are experiencing this romance of a lifetime. And you are like, right, I'm in this relationship and I'm loving it. And for some of you, you're like, oh, not quite there in this relationship thing, but I'm definitely feeling something, and I don't know, but it's definitely worth exploring. Those feelings are real, and they're definitely there as an indication, as a sign to go and see what go and enjoy yourself. Let's see what's going on over there. So see what's going on, yeah. And then for some of you, this is like really working through a relationship that is going through a real test of time right now, where addictions and codependency on one another, and for some of you, this is about your enabling, constantly complaining about what people are not doing or what they should be doing, but you are helping them on the road to self-destruction. If you're not actively taking yourself out of the scenario so that that person can really focus on themselves, or pointing them in the right direction for certain support, so that you recognize that you can't do this therapizing on your own if you're not a qualified therapist, or you're not haven't done extensive work to support people's innermost triggers and innermost demons and the things that they're facing. I mean, that's a thick thing. We want to be there for our significant others, and we want to be there for our friends and our family. We want to be there for those people who are going through it, but we have to make sure that we give them space to help themselves. And people really make the change when they're really good and ready. It's not something you can force anyone into. So be patient with yourself and be patient with those as well. And I think that's why you've got that forgiving and learning and understanding that, once you release, and heal from what's happened, then you're able to experience more love in the present moment. You're able to sort of be like, well, you're here now, never mind what happened before, or the bad day you had, the bad week, the bad month. You're here now. Give thanks and praises that, you're here and you're okay. Let's just deal with right now. What I mean? And that's kind of the energy. Or even if it's a thing where there is separation, but you, in the here and the now, you're being gentle with yourself and you're still giving out love, and you're able to actually love on yourself and be gentle with the situation, and actually maybe love on yourself enough to kind of give yourself that space just to be. So for some of you, there is quite a heavy energy, and for those who are in this relationship that, possibly it started, for some of you, this started in the pandemic. People wanted company, people were bored, people were going through a lot of mental issues, anxieties, stress, worry. And for some of you, it was just boredom, and there was the hookup. There was a decent amount of attraction there, to keep you in the first instance. And for some of you, it's that that's fizzled out. It wasn't based on anything, but I'm bored, for convenience. And for some of you, this was actually genuinely, you wanted to see what it was really all about. And you gave it your all. You went to see what it is, and it's like, yeah, nah, it's not. Nah. Yeah, it's not the thing, but you know what? Thank you. I had a great time, but nah, thank you. You know what I mean? So there's that too. So there is quite a few energies going on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what you need to work on in a relationship. Or what do you need to know regarding your relationship? What do you need to know? Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So what you need to know is that you guys need a break. You need to travel. You need to get to that stage where you remember what the honeymoon period felt like. For those who are in platonic relationships or on a single tip, this is still about treating yourself. Yeah? Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So that could be together with your girls, the boys, the group, whoever. You know what I'm saying? He, she, them, they, whatever. It's about getting away with the people, your friends. It's about friendship, strength, building that bond. And sometimes one of the best way for you to see if your relationship is definitely going to stand the test of time is to go on a holiday with people. You get to see who people really are on holiday. The same thing with moving in with them. working with people. There's quite a few little scenarios that are significant, and I know moving in and going on holiday are two big things that can either make or break a relationship. So for some of you, this is going to really support your relationship, or actually show you what it is that you really need to know. What do you need to know? Enjoy some bliss of holiday time together. You know, bond, get to see what it is that you have in common that is worth saving then, you know. I moved it. I need to... Two just popped out. One was actually supposed to be here. We've got engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So for some of you, you need to know that your partner is ready to start moving things onto the next level. Your friendships, people are wanting to do things different. You know, we want for you to show up. If you say you're going to come to an event, for some of you, this is moving in with your significant other. This is moving out of situationshipville into official. You know, like, yeah, it's exclusive. Me and you, we're there now. Me and you know what I'm saying? We're there. Me and you there. You are my man, you are my girl, you're my person, you're my boo thing, whatever, whatever. But it's moving to that next level of commitment. And for some of you, this is just literally saying, I like you. You know, that romantic feelings is worth exploring. I really like you, and I feel like we should take this to the next level. What say you about that? You know, that kind of energy. I like that. And then we have new love. A new person has stirred up romantic feelings. So I'll get two energies with this. With one energy, this is somebody new in your relationship. So this is the romantic feelings. This is the person who you've been chatting with. It's early days, but they're giving you the vibes that you're looking for. You're getting the butterflies. They're saying the things that you kind of want to hear. They're on the same kind of level of you. They're moving towards the same goals. And you're like, this person is really making me feel giddy. This person's giving me them butterfly feelings. Ooh, check. You know what I mean? Oh, I like that. Yeah, I do like that. So let's have a look at what the obstacles in the relationships are. So, getting to know each other better. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I feel like the obstacle, if we're talking about this, is about your bond getting deeper and getting to know each other, then this is possibly playing your cards close to your chest, not really speaking much. So your obstacles will be lack of communication, assuming things instead of asking, not checking in, not having that time where you speak to your significant other about how they're doing, how they're feeling, you know, what, you know, their hopes, their fears, their ambitions, you know, these type of things. The more you start to reveal what you've been through, who you are and where you're going and what you've had to do to continue to be here. You know, sometimes when you really level with people and you hear, you know, possibly that, you know, maybe they've had really rough upbringing, or, you know, they've had some type of mental breakdown or some type of emotional situation that's been really, really dire. And then there's this level of appreciation for the journey. And when you're able to share with somebody and you share, they share, it really does strengthen the bond, because you kind of get to know a lot more about the person. It's like another piece of the puzzle, you know. And then we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So yeah, see, I was meaning to say this for the new love, because I was like, there were two things I wanted to say. And then this reconciliation has come up. So for some of you, there's an ex. that's coming up, some old news that's trying to come up to see what's going on. You've been a little bit silent, or you're too smiley on the socials, or you haven't been on the socials. What's going on with you? Someone's looking to come to do some kind of reconciliation. Yeah, I feel like this could possibly be a very big obstacle, depending on whether or not this person jumps at the chance for it. I kind of want to have a look at it. Tell me about this reconciliation, please. It's an obstacle, so we know, but what type of obstacle are we talking about? Can you clarify reconciliation, please? Okay. So, great fortune. So, it looks like they are coming with, they possibly coming with some type of business venture. Oh, they're looking to share wealth, or for some of you, I feel like this is someone bougie. I feel like they're coming to stunt. Yeah, some of you, this is someone who's coming to stunt. Yeah, because you see how this person's pouring out all of the goodness, all of the pentacles, all this change, all of the money. I feel like they're doing well, and they come to sort of pop style and to be like, yeah, I'm doing good, how are you doing? Kind of thing. And then we've got change. So I feel like this person has changed. Possibly their money's up. Their money's up, but their attitudes still stink. Yeah. Yeah, they can stay far. They don't need to be an obstacle, really. And they will only be an obstacle if whoever you're in this partnership with is not feeling good, is not feeling heard, is not feeling loved, is not feeling listened to, and there is a disconnect. So start to reconnect with your significant other. There's no need to worry about this particular thing, but it's an obstacle in a way that I think it's a conversation that needs to get had, because it brings up insecurities. It brings up, can you be trusted? It brings up all of those kind of scenarios. So let's see, what is the best thing moving forward within these relationships? And then, like I said, for those who are in platonic things and not in relationships, this is just friends coming back. The best thing moving forward, or the best forward action, would be to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith brings you romance. Yeah. Stay optimistic. We have heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Definitely honestly discuss your feelings, because that deepens your bond. It allows you to have a next level of understanding about who you're dealing with. If this is your friends, you get to know a bit more about who it is who you're calling your friend. If it's your partner, that's who, where are they coming from? What are they overcoming? That way you can have so much more appreciation for their journey as well. And I think that's another beautiful thing to think of as well. So we have heart-to-heart communication, or conversations rather. And lastly, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you together. So pray about the type of relationship that you want. Visualize it, affirm the type of relationship that you want and that you're in. Act as if. And for those who are not in relationships, that's what you do to bring in that romance, that love, that connection, that friendship, that connection that you're looking for. The prayer, the affirmations, and the visualizations of how you see your interactions being. That's the best way of moving forward with that. So just some advice. And this right here is some zodiac cards, so we can and get some energies. What signs are associated here? Because there are quite a few energies here. And obviously not going to touch on every last one, but some I want the main energies. And you will know who these people are from when it comes up. Take this as it resonate and leave it doesn't. Okay. So who are the energies associated with this reading? Okay. So the advice and the information we have here is, so we have Sun in Sagittarius. So we've got fire signs up in here. Sun in Sagittarius, adventure. Okay, so the advice is to stride out into new territory. Stride out into new territory. Sun in Sagittarius. So it's all about the adventure. Like I said, if somebody is like, oh, can I take you out? Can we do something? Be a bit more adventurous. Step out into new territory. If you're somebody who's usually a homebody, go on those dates. You know, if you're somebody who don't usually make the dinner date or the cinema plans or whatever it is that friends are doing with each other these days, then step out and do something different. Enjoy yourself. Okay. So it's all about that adventure. Stride out into new territory, possibly with this Sagittarius who is full of beans, hot and ready to go, and ready to show you some different kind of moves. So we have Eclipse in Aquarius, awakening. Your deeper resolve rises. So with this awakening, this Aquarius energy, this energy of grounding, and this energy of deeper resolve. So this is about finding your inner peace and finding someone who you can feel comfortable with. Like I said, that person you can be your true self with. Talk about your innermost fears, worries, your hopes and ambitions and wishes for the future. This is somebody who you can have that conversation with. You know, this Aquarius here. You know, someone you can actually dig deeper with, and there is deeper resolve. This is somebody who is willing to do that work with you, which is really good. And then we have Sun in Cancer, home. Focus on your home and love. So with the Cancers, they're all about focusing on the home. You know, especially for those who are moving in together, focusing on making sure that there's love in the house, there's communication, you know, the space feels good, you're able to have, you know, to communicate well, you're able to decorate with one another, the spaces as you want it, the atmosphere is as you want it. Focus on what the energy is in your home, you know, focus on that and focus on the love that you want to feel there. And that comes along with that visualization and that affirming as well, because we're taking action on things, you know, focusing on home and love. And that's our families, you know, our children, those around us, you know, all of that, focusing on our home life is our foundation, essentially. And that's a water sign. So we have fire, Aquarius, we have oh my god, air, Cancer, water, and lastly we have another water sign, Pisces. Sun in Pisces, higher purpose. Align yourself with love and wisdom. See, so when you're able to align yourself to keep yourself balanced, then you can be a fuller version of yourself to bring to a scenario. So whether you're in a relationship and you're doing this healing alongside your partner, like separately from your partner or with your partner, it's very good to be able to get that grounding done. But for those who are not in relationships at the moment, this is the time to start aligning with yourself, looking at your resolve, spending that time digging deep, awakening, looking at what your higher purpose really is, that peace that you're looking for, and that wisdom. and that's going to support you throughout all of your partnerships. So those are the main ones. We have Sagittarius, Aquarius, Cancer, and Pisces. So take of it what you will, leave what doesn't. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when the new videos drop. And all the information for your personal readings are in the description box below. I have some slots available. So yeah, information is in the description box, and also if you hit my the link on my profile will take you straight to where you need to be to book and to pay for your readings. So I look forward to connecting with you. Have yourself a wonderful February, and we will touch base soon. Blessings.